Hello guys, and yeah, it's 9 a.m. in the morning, and I'm recording this quite fresh, I would say. I just woke up, and I went straight to rendering because I'm very late with the days. So here's the 8th day. So the topic was liquid, and as you can see, I made a candle. So I don't know if it's related to the topic a lot, but when I heard liquid, I just thought of the one artwork that is very, very beautiful, at least for me, and I think you may know it. It's by I don't know I forgot the surname, but the name was Nikita, and he actually made a artwork with two candles, and there's one candle that is almost dead and he's black, and there's his girl or his love next to him, and she's white, and she's trying to keep him alive with her fire, and because he's almost melted down. So I thought of almost the same, basically. So here is the candle that is melted, and at first I just wanted to make a candle, like basic candle without the eyes, but at some point I don't know, I decided to make the eyes. Like I just tried because there's no, like, how to actually say it, there's no punishment to you for actually trying at the early stages. So I just like cut it 2 holes to see if it looks good, and for me it looks good, so that's why I added the eyes. But as you can see now, later on I tried to add the actual eyes, like the things that is inside the eye, and I wanted to make him more cartoonish, actually. So I wanted to make him like more funny. So he is the guy that screams for help because he's melting down. So I added the eye to basically try and the weird look from the cartoon where the character is panicking, but it didn't turn out good for me, and that's why I deleted it, and I decided to stick with the just the holes, and I added more features that are more related to the face. So I tried to make this eye holes look more like a face. So I added a cheekbones, so they are, I tried to incorporate them, like to blend them with the liquid that is melting down. So I think, yeah, I actually achieved that, and yeah, it basically looks very nice. And I think this render, like actual sculpt, is not the most realistic, but the render actually looks quite realistic, especially the material. I tried to do the candle very nice. I played with the subsurface gathering, so this is where your light just pass through your mesh, so you have the same with the hands or your skin basically, but not everywhere. So here I tried too, but apart from the mesh, from the sculpt, I just wanted to say thank you to all of you guys, because maybe I'm not answering all the... Okay, so basically I always read the comments from you guys. So if there's a comment, I read that, and I don't always answer because I don't always have time, but once for, I don't know, few days, I just like go to my bed, sit down or my computer, and I just go through all the comments and I try to reply to them all. I can do it every day. I try to do it when I can. And I just wanted to say thank you for all of you who is watching me and listening to me actually speaking about basically nothing. And your comments are very I would say warm to me. So there's a lot of nice comments saying that listening to me is very relaxing. I don't know if it's true, but I really like it, and it's the reason why I make videos and I talk, because I want you guys to basically enjoy it and to learn something. And I know that there's a lot of times where you don't know what to do basically, so you are stuck, as I read one comment lately, and this is the point where you just try to look for someone who can open your mind or just makes you more comfortable and relax. And I think like those kinds of videos where there's just some guy talking and you don't have to know him, but you just want to listen to it, like to change your state of mind, to be in clouds for a while, to not be in this reality, and it helps. And then you just can come back fresh with new energy. I don't know if you have the same, but I do sometimes. So I just go sit there, listen to someone speaking, listen to music, do nothing basically. And this is my time to relax, my time to refresh. So that's all, guys, I want to say. The things I learned from this sculpt is the simulation of the particles. A bit actually, because I'm still not good. I tried to make the fire with the smoke, but okay, it turned out okay, but I had to later on put it in the Photoshop and just play with the brush to hand paint the fire. But because I didn't know how to make the smoke was not that visible, and I had to go, because I did it in the morning basically, and I had to go to work, so I had to finish very fast. But also there's one thing, I didn't know how to change the resolution of the smoke, so I googled it, I tried, but it didn't work for me. I don't know why, but I'll play more with it and we will see. So, was there something else? I think I said everything, guys. And also with the, I also learned a bit about compositioning nodes. So basically, after you render your sculpt model, anything, you can go to the panel which is called Compositioner, and that is the place where you have something like Photoshop, but you have more control over your look, because it's a 3D software, so you can play around in 3D and you can just change your look of your sculpt or add some post-processing to make it look even better. And I remember that I play with it a lot in the cycles, like not a lot, but more in the cycles when I was rendering my old stuff. So I was on Sculpt doing the renders, but later on I quit Blender for a bit. So like I quit Blender rendering, so I just sculpted and rendered. I just actually took the screenshots and then I put the screenshots in the thumbnail or as the render. So I forgot everything basically, but now in EV it's a bit different. You don't have, I think you don't have all the notes from cycles, and I'm not sure about that, so I take back my words. But there's one thing that I'm very confused about, because there's a tick box in Blender for ambient occlusion basically. So if you check that on, you have ambient occlusion. Like, you can have an ambient occlusion, but you actually don't have it on the scene, so you see no change. You have to do something. So basically the thing you do is you have to add an ambient occlusion node in your material, but that is very confusing to me. Like, not confusing, it's very like weird to me, because before I remembered that if you turned on the ambient occlusion, there was like ambient occlusion in the scene like all the time, so you can actually see it on every object. You didn't have to add it to all the materials that you want to have ambient occlusion. That was like basically just world ambient occlusion. So if you have Unity or something else, that was the same. Like, you have post-processing, you turn it on, you see it immediately. So I tried to do it and I couldn't. So I think there's some way that you can add it to the world shader, or at least to this compositioning shader nodes later on after you render stuff. But I'm still not sure how to do it, so I'll have to check it out, guys. So yeah, this was a quite long talking process, but I have a lot of stuff to talk about. I don't know if you want me to talk about something, so I'll try to talk about it in the next episode. But I actually like talking to people also, but I like to talk to myself. I remember that when I started this channel, I actually didn't talk a lot. I tried to avoid the talking, and it was very weird and cringy for me to talk, because I heard my voice and I didn't like my voice that much. And as you may notice from my oldest subscribers, my voice changed a lot within those, I don't know, within those few months. Because at first I was very quiet and I tried to speak everything correctly, and I was stuttering a lot. I'm still, but I don't give a a fuck about it. But before I did. So I think it's a lot better now, and yeah, I'm just very happy. So thank you guys for watching. That's everything I wanted to say. Have a nice day, guys, and I'll see you guys in the next one, maybe today, but goodbye, see you.